there's absolutely no excuse why these people are getting out on bail, not once, numerous times. We need to hold them in jail as long as we possibly can. And then when they go to trial, they need to be, if convicted guilty, mind you, they need to go to jail for a long, long time. Stop being these bleeding hearts out there. Oh, little Johnny's going to do better. Oh, he's only put a gun to the person's head 18 times. Yeah, little Johnny's going to jail, and we need to throw the key away. Because I'm just sick and tired of the violence that's happening in this province, and we need the federal government to change the criminal code once and for all and stop being a bunch of bleeding hearts there, because people are fed up with this crime here. They're absolutely done with it.
Question is for the break and enters. So we have seen the armed robberies during the night time. We have seen the violent armed robberies during the midnight time, and residents are worried. Question is, if criminal has the rights, and they have all the rights here, and why don't homeowners, when they get these armed robbers nowhere in the midnight, and they don't have the rights, homeowners don't have the rights, why can't the government bring some legislation to give more rights to the homeowners so that they can defend and protect themselves from these armed criminals, where this is a very serious concern of the residents, and it is in front of you. So residents need a legislation, and this is the demand of the police also. When we talk to the police officers, they need to protect themselves. They can't shoot the intruders. They can't hurt the intruder. What can they do? Thank you.
Yeah, well, great question. And before I hand it over to our new minister, you know, there's a lot of things that we can do. First of all, it starts with a criminal code from the federal government. When we catch these people, these bad guys, because they're 99.9% are guys, you know, we need to throw them in jail. We don't need to throw them in jail for a day or 2 days. We need to send them to jail for years and keep them behind bars, because if there's a deterrent, people are going to think twice about breaking in to someone's home. And it starts with a criminal code, then it starts with our judges and our JPs. We can't be letting these criminals out on the streets. You know, I use this example. Many doors get kicked in, guns are put to people's heads. Terrifying experience. And guess what? The guy's back out on the streets to repeat the same crime he did the night before, because we have a weak system, weak criminal system. You know, you try to do this down in the States, two things are going to happen. You're getting caught and you're going to jail for years, or the homeowner is going to shoot you, one of the two. And I'd rather keep guns out of communities, and I'd rather really support our police that we're putting a lot more money into guns and gangs across the region, and just supporting our police. But the judges and the JPs have to keep them in jail, and the federal government has to change the criminal code. Simple as that. And I'll pass it over to Minister McGregor for his comments.
This is actually my cousin.
Thanks for that, Premier. And the Premier's bag on. You know, your question is something that we're seeing here in Peel. While we have a lot of these home invasions and carjackings and violent crime are linked to the auto theft problem. And while we've seen auto theft decline about 14% across the province, about 9% here in Peel, we've seen a large increase in the violent interactions. So there's two ways they kind of steal cars. One is out of your driveway in the middle of the night. The other is, you know, at your car or at your home with a weapon saying, you know, give me the keys. And we've been investing in police through the auto theft, the Protecting Against Auto Theft grant, through the STEP program, through the CISO, bolstering the Criminal Intelligence Service Ontario. We've seen some good results. Namely, here in Peel, we saw Project Warlock, 18 individuals, 150 criminal code charges that were laid for violent carjackings, home invasions. One case where somebody's literally woken up with a gun to their head, saying, give me the keys to your car. Police are doing their job. We're resourcing them properly. But by the time we were announcing the results of Project Warlock here in Peel, 9 of the 18 individuals were already out on bail. We can't have the same slap on the wrist system, violent offenders getting out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different times to commit the same offences. And the Premier is exactly bang on with his comment. This, while politicians can't order judges, federal politicians do write the criminal code. And we've been calling on our friends in Ottawa to implement meaningful bail reform. They've taken a few steps, but they need to do more. And rest assured, this is something that our government's on top of, and we're all over it. Thank you.